22.
I took off the armor. Now I'm just in the bustier. But it shows more boobs, actually.
Well, yeah, because the armor's not in the way.
Quite a bit more. Will you,
do the honors?
Yes, because, again, I'm not very warrior princessy. I need a man. And I need a drink.
In that order?
In that order. Well, it could be in either order. I'll take it. And this time...
That's what she said. How do you want to take it?
Right here. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Thank you. And we also can't forget, even though we haven't seen Doc Sexy.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, giving people time to figure out we're back online. We'll save the thank you for the Bitcoin after we've got a decent audience. Don't let me forget.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, I'm making a drink. You can get really messed up with mimosas because they don't taste strong. But you're drinking an awful lot of champagne.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like champagne. It's too easy to get fucked up.
Mimosas, grapefruit mimosas are also really good. But orange juice is the traditional, but I love it. But he only bought 1 4-pack of champagne. I could drink mimosas all day.
I think the last time I had champagne was 1995 up in Yellowstone.
I hate it by
Our
itself.
boss bought a couple of bottles to pass around to celebrate closing of the steakhouse. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I do not like it by itself. And that one wasn't nearly strong.
I realized, I can live without it.
That wasn't nearly strong.
But again, I'm
enough.
not exactly the biggest champagne drinker anyway. Especially, a lot of people do it on New Year's. I don't do that. I break out a bottle of Martinelli cider. We toast the New Year's after we finish the end of year clean out, and then we just go to bed.
I usually don't do anything.
Let the rest of the drunks destroy themselves. We'll just go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't usually do anything.
And in the past, we wake up in time in early afternoon to watch the Rose Bowl.
Okay. Those of you who are online, make yourself known. Because
we're back! Wake up!
yeah, we're always just curious who it is. Otherwise, it's like lurkers, and it's like, I don't know, it's somewhat voyeuristic, isn't it? Wait, do you need to... Okay, how do we get recentered here?
Oh,
Do I need to move?
I scoot over a little bit.
Yeah, here we go. I could just always move... You want me to just move the camera?
Yeah, move the camera over.
Plus, I can do a nice cleavage shot while I'm doing this.
Give Carol Moore an orgasm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we
Did
go.
I say that in my public voice? Yes, I did.
All right, now, are we good? Wait, yeah, this is better, right? No, you need to move that way, don't you?
I'm square. Yeah, I'm all right. Are you okay?
No, but I want to just figure out what's going wrong. Scoot a little that way and see if that's...
Which way? Towards you or away from me?
That way, away from me.
Okay.
No, that's no good. Okay, so it's me that needs to... So that, what do I need to... Then what do I need to do?
Move the
to fix
camera a
it?
little bit that way.
No, it's good. Look, I'm right here. This is good.
Okay.
This is good. I'm better.
Okay.
We're good. We're all good down here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, I know you're good down there. Are you good up here?
Yeah. Look, yes, very good here. Jane, JJ's back with us.
Gene, fashion game. Don't you need to worry about your new job on tomorrow? And I know you have a new one. Congratulations, but come on, man.
I'm doing my...
Just the guy who dresses in black all the time. It looks like either a member of Rob Zombie or Leonard Skinner.
I'm doing my delivery
Gene, I love you,
stuff
man.
tomorrow.
You know that.
But we're looking for the Donner Party to come back too, so we'll wait. I want to see if the Donner dinner party comes back.
Gene, I love you, man. You know that. I'm just giving you a hard time.
And yeah, we'll keep mentioning them. Donner dinner party. If you're here, please let us know. All right, we're back again. For those of you who weren't here last time, we're taking the practice RP exam because I'm considering taking it in parts because this thing's a beast.
Just 1,000+ questions.
Yeah. So we're doing, I guess Wayne's home.
Okay.
Xena the Warrior Beagle
AKA the doorbell.
is letting us know. And I see some more people joined. If the Donner dinner party has arrived, please let us know in chat. All right, so we're taking it in pieces and then coming and grading it down here. I don't know how much we're going to do.
There it is.
There you go. Thank you very much for the Bitcoin. That was extremely generous, and we will be in drinks and pizza.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
That supplies it. And yeah, I will drink to that. Yeah, toast. That was very, very generous. Thank you so very much. We do use our contributions, super chats, or Bitcoin to buy our drinking supplies and food and things like that for the show to have a good time.
Yes.
These are mimosas, and I guess Wayne is home. He actually had a sad occasion. We had a very long-term valued member of the Libertarian Party of Colorado passed away, D.K. Williams, who was a lawyer down here. And it is a vintage. Gene, I am so impressed. Oh my God. This is the Avon Cape Cod collection. Anyone who can recognize that from afar, I am so impressed with Gene.
Gene is a man of many talents.
No, this is a specialty.
And a vast array of knowledge.
I mean, this is specialty red glass. Like, a lot of people don't. I collect Avon Cape Cod collection. I have a whole thing of it down there. I've always loved this red glass ever since I was a kid because my mom had it. But yes, it is a vintage Avon goblet, not gobble, 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 gobble like a turkey, a goblet. You are a man of taste and refinement when you know Avon.
Well, not only that, but the guy has a shrine to Elvira in his house.
Yeah, but these.
I kid you not. I've seen it. It is great.
No, but the Avon. That red Avon glass is really super nice, and a lot of people did collect it in the day. Mm-hmm. It's now discontinued, so you find them at thrift or on eBay or whatever.
That means you got to come down to the Chili Festival and go antique storing during the Chili Festival.
He does have the Elvira. Do you collect the Avon as well? I'd be curious. I've got quite a bit of it. I mean, I've got some of the unusual pieces. I've got the salt and pepper shakers. I've got the cake holder. I got the bell. I got a lot. I got the butter dish. Come on now. I love the Avon red glass. All right, so we're on part 2.
Happy Halloween, Joy.
Yes, Joy. Sorry, I didn't see that. And we are now doing 60 more questions. A lot of this was on substitute, and substitute is my kink, but...
That's what she said.
But...
There's a bunch of postponed indefinitely in here, too.
Yes, the questions were really tricky. And there's a few that were very arcane that Mike probably guessed right, but I wouldn't have expected him to know it because it's super, super arcane. And I just like, you know.
We'll see. We'll probably a little more going over these as we go.
Yeah, substitute is like my porn.
Okay. I have in front of me here the answer key. I promise you we did not use it upstairs. We kept it down here.
And was there any errata from 61
That's
through?
a very good question. Yes, question number 80 is an errata.
Okay, mark the right one.
I'm going to. That's the only one.
Okay. Because we would have been pissed off. Or what if we got the wrong?
And
we got the wrong one.
Going, what the are you doing?
Yeah. JJ, when you take these tests, do you get like 100% because you're such a big brain? Like, I'm so jealous. And by the way, your shirt got mailed out today, and because I know that like you're switching addresses soon, I sent it rush shipping. So you should get it this upcoming week.
You sent it to Russia? What?
Yeah, first Russia's getting it, so they can put like a little bug in it. You should get it by Saturday. You don't get 100%. What do you get, though? You got to get like 98. Like,
go ahead and brag a little bit, man. We want to hear it.
So.
Thank you for the shirt, yes.
Yeah, so it'll be there. It'll be there. Okay, let's go. Let's see how we did.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on. Sorry, I was having
I
was having a Wang Chung moment.
No, I'm doing the what's it? Love is a battlefield. You know that dance she does in that? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyway, okay, 61. Ready? No.
Never mind. Yes, I'm ready.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Right. Only fools are positive. Are you sure?
I'm a fool.
Okay.
I'm positive.
Okay. 61. B.
Yes.
62. D.
Yes.
63. C.
C? Oh, that is right.
Uh-huh.
Damn it. Did you get it right?
I did get that one right.
Oh,
because I remember
up.
seeing that. We were talking about it prior.
I knew that. I fucked it up.
64. C.
Yes.
65. C.
Yes.
66. C.
Yes.
I got that one wrong.
Wait, do we need to look at that, though?
The motion to I'll just read it. The motion to postpone indefinitely, A, can be renewed during the same session if the main question is materially amended.
No.
B, which is what I said, goes to a committee with the referred with the referred main motion. Okay, this probably started a cascade failure on
Yeah.
my part.
Oh, you're going to get like 5 wrong with
Yeah,
this.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Because
C-
all of the next ones have to deal with
Right.
this.
C is the correct answer, is a secondary motion.
Yes.
D is ignored if pending when the main motion is laid
Yeah.
on the table.
It goes when it's laid on the table, it adheres.
I sunk your battleship.
What?
Huh?
Well, JJ just said he passed. He knows 2 people that had perfect scores. Who? Mr.
Right.
Hahnemann?
And probably balked because he probably wrote the exam. But anyway, cheated.
And I heard, and I know you can't
Gene,
tell
how
me.
did I sink your battleship? What?
And I know JJ, like, I don't know if they make you sign like some kind of like oath when you take this test. Like the test that I'm taking now, you have to sign like an oath that you won't reveal like what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they do that for this test. All I know is if there was an oath of that, people are blabbing all over the place because so many people who have taken this test have told me that this practice test is a lot of the questions are exactly the same.
How did you stump me?
I've never played Battleship, have you?
Yeah, all the time.
Really? I want to sink your battleship.
Ooh, baby. you want me?
Can I sink your battleship?
You want me to go down, huh?
I do. Oh boy.
I play-
Popcorn.
I told you that was gonna happen.
I know. I got a treat for later down there. I'll say, Wayne, you want some popcorn?
Jane,
There's a few down there.
Jane, you know what the ultimate battleship square is? I won.
Oh God. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, that joke is ancient.
No. JJ was saying the tests are similar.
Yeah.
People have told me like they're more than similar. Like
right now.
take this practice test and then study the ones you got wrong. And that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I think I am going to just go for it. Oh my God, there's like, sorry, it's itchy now. We were eating popcorn and it kept going down my cleavage. Because I'm very messy. It was going all over the place. It was going on the floor. The little dachshund was hoovering it up. But then I was like, yeah,
She's got really kinky taste in foreplay.
I do. You know, it involves corn and butter. And salt.
And pepper.
And pepper, exactly. Lots of pepper. Okay, where were we at?
66.
So,
I said it goes to a committee with the referred main
right,
motion.
no, it never does because that kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Okay.
Do
And that's
we
gonna
need to read because it talks
No.
about, okay.
It's going to cause a cascade failure. On
Yeah,
the
I
next
think like
page.
the whole next page is about this. But maybe you would have gotten some, because sometimes it doesn't always follow, but let's see.
Well, I know. I got 68 wrong before I even get there.
Okay,
Because
let's,
but 67 is where we're at. So, 67 is B.
It's
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, this one was weird. This one threw me off. Questions are real. Okay, that makes sense. 67. Okay, what'd you say?
I said A.
I said C. So, okay. The motion to postpone indefinitely can be reconsidered when you said A. It has received a negative vote. B, which is the correct answer, it has received an affirmative vote.
God, I'm not doing
C,
good.
I said the main motion is reconsidered, or D, the main motion is renewed.
Well, if the only way the postpone indefinitely
Yeah.
would qualify for reconsider, well, I'm getting confused myself now. Do we just need to read?
This one, yeah, because I was under the impression that if there's substantial, change in the original main motion to make it substantially different, then you can could reconsider.
Now, remember,
then you
most
can
of the
postpone
time,
indefinitely.
that's wrong. There's only a few times that's right, but
Okay. 127.
17 through 18.
Right. It's under standard characteristic number 8.
An affirmative vote on the motion to postpone indefinitely can be reconsidered. A
Asterisk.
negative vote cannot be reconsidered. Okay, what's the asterisk?
Upon reconsideration of the vote that postpone a main motion indefinitely, both the main motion and the motion to postpone indefinitely will become pending. The motion postpone indefinitely becoming the immediately pending question.
Ah, interesting. Because so they are stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought only the negative one could be.
So I said the main.
Now it makes sense though that the negative one can't be, because if it was negative, then you immediately went to a vote on the main motion, and it would be the main motion you're reconsidering, not the motion to postpone indefinitely. So only the affirmative one. I should have thought it through.
See, I was thinking that yeah, if there's a change in the main motion of to make it a substantially different question, then you could also reconsider.
I know,
it.
and JJ said the same thing. I want to round it a little different, but
PI would have been adopted. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so
Okay, I fucked that one up too. I should have gotten that one right.
I overthought that.
Me
one.
too. I should have gotten that one right.
Okay, 68. A. I got that one wrong too.
Oh, I got that right.
This is why that cascade.
That's the committee thing, right?
Right. The postpone definitely remains with the main motion when the main motion is laid on the table, not referred to the committee.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. 69.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, baby.
D.
Yeah. What is it?
D.
What? B?
D.
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 Oh, affirmative vote. Yeah, that was a
D as in
cascade
dog.
for me.
D as in dog.
Look, I'm already doing worse than I did last time, but that's because I wasn't using my noodle.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Always use your noodle.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, I guess there's some.
There's alternatives.
Yeah, no, there's alternatives, and there's probably some circumstances where you probably should keep your noodle out of sight.
There's alternatives. See.
No, there's lots of alternatives, but also the noodle isn't an appropriate guest at every occasion.
That's true.
There's some occasions where the noodle wasn't really invited.
Especially when it's a limp noodle.
Yeah, well, but still, like, I can think of some events where it might not be appropriate. Like the next board meeting, I would say that the noodle probably should stay out of sight.
Well, yeah. Well, next LNC meeting, 50 lashes with one for certain people is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, nurse assistant.
Hello there.
Happy Halloween. I had on the more full Xena getup earlier. You could watch that video, but it was too... Yeah, I needed to let them loose.
It was too confining.
It was too confining, yeah. It was pressing against.
She had to let the girl out to play, quote unquote.
And those are the birds screaming. We're just going to have to deal with it because Wayne's home. All right, I'm sucking worse. I was more confident this time, and I'm doing worse.
Okay, so I was less confident. I'm just doing better. So, 70. B.
Okay.
71. B. I
Yes.
said A.
Right, that's the cascade with you.
Right. Yeah. 72. A. 73. D.
Yes. I was worried that wasn't it.
Next
I
page.
thought it was it. And there's a cascade with that one, too.
Yeah. 74. C.
What? Oh, trick question. Trick question. I should have gotten this right. What did you say?
I said A.
I said A, too. It isn't who moves it. It's who makes it. The assembly makes it.
Oh, that's just horseshit. I
That's
understand the difference,
tricky.
but that's just splitting
That,
hairs.
yeah.
That's splitting hairs again.
That's tricky. We should... You know what? I think we should just give ourselves both that one. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, 75.
75. Where's the hell? Okay, here we go. It's like, what's the list here? 75. A.
Yes.
76. D.
Yes.
77. C.
What?
I said B.
I said B, too.
Okay, a main motion that we that we purchase a computer, unquote, and a motion to postpone the main motion indefinitely are pending. It is moved and seconded to amend the main motion by adding the words, quote, at a cost not to exceed $2,000, unquote.
Right.
The chair should, A, rule that the amendment is not germane to the pending question.
It is germane.
It is germane. B, which is what I said and you said, rule the amendment out of order because it is lower ranked than the pending motion.
And the pending motion is a motion to postpone indefinitely.
Right. C, which is what they say is the correct answer, state the amendment is pending. And D, put the amendment to a vote without debate.
Which would never be correct. No, amend is only higher in rank than the main motion.
Right.
Let me go look at this. I don't. JJ says state the question. How? We need to. No. How?
131.
Yeah, but I'm looking at my little chart here. JJ, I don't get it. I disagree.
131.
Oh.
What was this?
We are wrong.
24 to 20.
Look. I didn't know this.
Postpone indefinitely.
Amend is a higher rank. I thought these were flipped. I thought it went main motion, amend, postpone.
I thought
indefinitely.
because the postpone indefinitely was pending that you have to resolve that first before you go to anything
No,
else.
this is the lowest rank right here.
Yeah.
Next lowest. So amend is a higher rank.
So the higher rank overrides the order.
It does.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I thought amend was, I did not real,
Well, from
I
a
had,
common sense perspective, it doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but I'm just looking at I had this rank wrong. Now that's one I legitimately just fucked up. I got that one wrong. I'm not going to pass this section.
When applied to a main motion, takes precedence over, this is amend, over the main motion, of course, and over subsidiary motion postpone definitely. It yields to all subsidiary motions other than postpone definitely and amend. Mm-hmm. It also uses a motion to amend and apply to it and appeals all privileged motions. All okay, I can understand why what they're saying. I disagree with why they're saying it, because you cannot make an amendment to something that's they're moving to frickin' kill.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
have to address
disagree.
the kill motion first based
Yeah.
on the merits of the
Yeah,
current
yeah.
motion before you go and amending it. Because if you're amending it, the postpone indefinitely may become irrelevant.
Okay,
Or
I can
not the right
argue
answer.
both sides. The amendment could make what was so objectionable about it that made you want to postpone indefinitely no longer so obnoxious.
Right.
But I'm kind of with you.
But at the same time, if the postpone indefinitely is still attached to the original motion, it can't attach to the amendment because it's not attached to that.
Listen, I wanted to get the anarchy tattoo right here. What do you think? I'm going to draw one on there and see how it looks.
What would you match? What would you match to the other one then?
I just wouldn't do this fake. This is fake. I draw it. Just because, like, I am scared to get a tattoo.
No, what I'm saying is that if you're gonna
Oh, no.
you're
Just
gonna
do
do
one
one of the
side.
girls, just do the other one.
No, just one right here. What do you
other
think?
one will feel left out.
But here's the thing: you can't donate plasma for a year after a tattoo.
Yeah, because there's a
risk of hepatitis and all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't afford not to have it. And look, I got a permanent. Look, you can see it. That permanent mark there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big ass needle they stick in you.
Got like several of them right here from
Yeah.
various giving blood over the years.
Yeah, but this is. I go twice a week, and it is the big gauge needle.
See, what you need to do is you just need to take a marker and say insert here.
You know, that's kind of what they do. They mark it. They find where it's at, and then they put a dot. But
Okay. Donner Party says trump card.
there was something we were saying that I forgot,
Oh.
but it was appropriate at that point.
Okay. Tattoos?
I have no tattoos.
I don't either.
I wanted to get one like a total
I
tramp
don't either.
stamp.
My close friend neighbors where I live make up for it. So
There was this tramp stamp I definitely wanted to get immediately after my first divorce, and I say first divorce because before people go dig it up, yes, I am on my third marriage, so fuck you, I don't care. The other one, though, if we want to get technical, was never ratified. So,
there's a story in there somewhere. But
so under church law, we weren't really married, but under the law of the state, we were. So we had to get divorced, but without ratification, if you guys know what I mean. Okay, so
it was legal under the law, but not under the church.
right. So I don't count it really.
Yeah.
It was on paper. That was it. Long story. 10 cats were involved. Very long story.
And this lasted how long?
Not very long.
Okay.
And yes, I gave the ring back. Didn't fight about it because I'm not a bitch. I'm really not. I was like, take it. And the cats. You can have the ring back as long as you take the 10 cats too. But there was one I wanted to get right here. It would have been total tramp stamp after my first marriage. That was a real marriage. I was married 21 years. It was deal. It was supposed to be for life, you know? And then he became a cop. End of story. Okay, let's continue.
I had a friend in college who's passed away since then. He got a tattoo while he was there. It was down on his shin. It was Tweety.
Ah,
were like, "Why did you do Tweety?" He said, "I thought it was cute." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
No, my first marriage was really like, it was bad, and I'm a totally different person. So it was like a phoenix type thing. It was a really stylized phoenix that I wanted to do.
I'm not big on tattoos, but that's just me. To each their own. But I tried an earring once; it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I said, "Screw it."
Yeah, I put vitamin E, and I do all that stuff. I'm donating plasma right now, narcissistic, to be honest with you, for the money. Like, it's for the money, because until I can find...
Yeah, but you gotta work on that reaction to it.
What?
Well, look, your chest is all swollen. I
I know, look. Oh, I used to go to the doctor when they'd ask me how something, like if they gave me a shot or whatever I was doing, I used to go, fucking turn my hair pink.
That's good. That's good.
I used to do that all the time.
You react to the shots? See?
Yeah.
And of course, somebody's going to ask they probably ask the question of the carpet bitch and drinks.
Yeah, I'd be like...
And I'm not going to go there, so,
Some things a girl has to keep as a mystery.
Ask Wayne. Or does he not know?
No.
Never mind.
No, that marriage was ratified.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's just leave it there.
Anyway, let's get back to this before I get in trouble here. 77.
We did 77.
You're right, we did. 78. B.
Yes.
79. B. Now, 80. This was an errata. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The original was B, which is what I said.
B is right.
And then they're saying A on the errata.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, here's the question. Debate on...
JJ, answer this for us.
Debate on a primary amendment. A, this is what they claim on the errata is correct, includes the merits of the main motion. B, which is what we said, is confined to the merits of the amendment. C, may include peripheral issues, or D, cannot involve proposing a hostile amendment. Well, first of all, I don't know what the hell a hostile amendment is. C, we know is wrong, because that would be not germane. The reason we say B is because that's the way we always understood it to be.
Okay, this is a very shitty question, and we're going to give us both this. I'm just declaring this by executive fiat, because here's what it says here. I see what they're saying, but no, they worded
This
this.
is standard characteristic
Yes.
number 5.
They said debate must be confined to the desirability of the amendment and must not extend to the merits of the motion to be amended. Except, there's a narrow exception. That is such a narrow exception. See, JJ would go with B2, so they're wrong on their errata. Except as may be necessary to determine where the amendment is advisable. That is still confining it to the amendment.
Yes.
Fuck you, errata. We are right.
I'm calling.
No, we got this right.
I'm marking that errata wrong and saying that's
No,
B.
we got that right. And even JJ's on our side. So JJ's on our side. It's like God being on our side.
Anyway,
Okay.
Next page. That one is like, no way.
No.
We have always had, you have to confine. We've had, how many times have we corrected people in debate, confine your comments
Yes.
to the amendment? Yeah.
Yes.
That's happened at every level of the party.
Yes. Preach it, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, 81, A. 82, C. 83, C. 84, C. 85, C.
And you got these, right?
Actually, okay, so 85, I started to say D, then I said, no, wait a minute, that's wrong. And I changed it, yes.
Okay,
so far I said it. 86, B, I got D.
I said D.
Okay, what is the preferred terminology for amendments? Question mark. A, amendment of the first degree and amendment of the second degree.
That's right.
B, which they say is right answer, primary and secondary amendments. Now, I knew that was correct, but I always thought A was right, too.
I thought they were all equally
C,
acceptable.
amendment to the main question and amendment to the amendment. I've used that in meetings, and so
Yes.
have you.
Yes.
And D, all the above.
The key question here is preferred, I guess.
We-
But they're all acceptable.
that's a freaking question. That's
I
a
think they're-
subjective interpretation.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give us that one.
Okay. 18 to 22 on page 135. The terms amendment of the first degree and amendment of the second degree, or amendment to the main question and amendment to the amendment, are correct expressions.
But
the
primary
terms
and
primary and
secondary
secondary
are
are preferred.
preferred. You know, I think we're going to give us our... I think we're good.
Preferred by whom?
So what are we doing with this one?
Anarch Rika says, Hail Xena.
Hail Xena and Hail Hydra as well. So what are we doing with this one?
Let's see. We said yes, remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good on this.
87.
But I'm just for future test purposes.
Yeah.
I'm just circling that.
Preferable.
So I
Preferred,
know. Okay. All right. 87.
I frankly don't give a flying F about preferred. I prefer about correct.
Yeah, these are all, everyone understands.
Preferred is subjective, correct is objective. I prefer
Right.
objective. Thank you very
Right.
much. Have a nice day.
Yes. Like, fuck your preferences.
Yes.
We're libertarians, man. Fuck
Yes.
your preferences. You're all allowed.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
87.
Man, this keeps...
A.
You
You can take it. You can your clothes fall off. Yes. 87. A.
Yes.
Okay, next page. 88.
Ooh. Oh, you liked that, didn't you? Boing.
Seahawks return onside kick for touchdown. Okay.
Yeah.
Point of personal preference is getting hot in here?
Yeah, because I was...
That's the point. Well, point of personal preference. Well, yeah, that is the
Yeah.
point. Your point is well taken. That's what we said.
Now, this
That's what
was...
she said.
Hector Roos, this was Xena, but I took off all the armor because it was compressing the girls.
Cher?
Does Cher have any boobs?
No.
Yeah, she's pretty like boyish, right?
She's an A cup.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, all different kinds of body
We watched
types.
the video, If I Turn Back Time, we discover that she is all legs and ass and no tits. But anyway, yes, I said that.
But man, is she so slender. I wish I could stay that slender. Okay.
Anyway,
Continuing.
Where were we? 88. Once we get to 88, we're going to see some serious shit.
Yeah.
C.
Okay.
Yeah, germaneness I had no problem with. 89. B.
What?
That one I had to go double check because the first time I looked at that, I said, no, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Then I realized I wasn't reading it correctly.
Okay, let me read it. Okay. The club instructed delegates.
At the March meeting, it was moved, quote, that the club instruct the delegates to the April National Convention to vote for the increase in national dues, unquote. Which of the following is a proper motion? A, to amend by inserting not after the word club.
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
I was wondering about that, but...
I see what I did wrong.
B, to amend by inserting not after the word convention.
I see.
That one I started to read wrong. I thought they said put the word not before convention and like National Not Convention. It's like, what the fuck? Then I realized, wait, I'm reading this wrong. C, to amend by adding and pay expenses of the president to the convention, which is not germane, so that doesn't work. And D, to postpone consideration until the next meeting in July.
So did you get that right?
I did get that right.
Okay, I fucked it up.
Okay, 90. Where's 90? 90. Give me an idea. Here we go. D.
Yes.
91. Also D.
Yes.
92. B.
Yes.
I said A. After an amendment has been adopted, it may, I said A may be amended again, which may, not always, but may.
No, you can't. You have to amend it before it's adopted.
Oh, okay.
You can't re-amend that. You can't revis. Boing. I'm really.
Holy crap, the Broncos won.
Is that unusual? I don't.
Yes,
pay
they
any
lost like 4 in a row.
Okay, I haven't paid any attention, so I don't know if that's
Anyway.
good or bad.
Let's see. I said amended again through reconsideration. That meant the correct answer B is be
Yes,
amended
you have to
again through
reconsider.
reconsideration.
You have to reconsider it.
C, not amended under any circumstances. That doesn't make any sense. And D, be modified by what the fuck is a hostile motion?
A motion to suspend the secretary.
Is this a hostile motion?
Yeah, a
What?
motion to suspend the secretary is very hostile.
Oh yeah, the secretary. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, you got to reconsider. Okay,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, whatever. Okay, 93. B.
Yes.
I said C.
These were ones I knew were going to fuck you up. Okay.
Inserts. Yes.
Yes.
After words have been inserted or added, they can be changed or struck out. A, by a motion to strike out the words.
What answer did you give?
I gave C.
Okay.
B, by a motion to strike out the entire paragraph into which the words were inserted.
Yes.
What they say is the right answer. C, by defeating the motion and reintroducing it without the words. Or D, they cannot be changed or struck out.
C doesn't really make sense. The point they're trying to get at is,
Okay, I knew A didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because the way to resolve that is simply defeat the motion to amend in the first place. B didn't make any sense to me either because it seemed to me that was going beyond the scope of the original motion.
you're talking. See, C doesn't make sense because it says the words have already been inserted or added. So there's not a pending motion. So there's no motion to defeat. They're saying words have been inserted or added. Now, once it's been passed...
I was reading this as an amendment.
Okay, yeah,
because
it's
we're
not.
in a section called amendments.
Yeah, but but this is an amendment that had been passed.
Oh.
There had been a previous amendment to insert or add words.
Yeah.
How can you get rid of those words?
I see. Okay.
You can only do it by taking out larger chunks of text in which they happen to be included.
Okay.
There's a whole thing on it, and I had to do that for the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what they're saying, but
Yeah.
I was reading too much into it. Okay, 94. Talking about 94. C.
Yes.
I said A.
These were the ones I knew were going to mess you up.
Yeah,
And
you
the
said that.
only... yeah, and I told you that down there. The only reason I know these, again, was in studying for the RP test, where they tell you these certain sections. There are weird-ass rules that we never follow, okay, at convention. I'm just telling you, we don't follow them about these types of amendments. So...
the amendment to add or insert a paragraph.
It has to be perfected before you actually vote to insert it.
Right.
After it's inserted, you can only add to it.
Okay, I said has a primary and secondary amendment, and that's just me misreading the question.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a primary and secondary amendment to an amendment because you can't go that deep.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Right,
I see where I goofed that.
Yeah, I almost did that too.
B, be amended after adoption by inserting words not in conflict. No. C, correct answer. Be amended after adoption by adding words not in conflict.
You can, and the difference between insert and add is
Insert
adding at the end.
And add is append. Yes.
In some way, right? Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, and D, may only by maker of a primary amendment.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, I thought those were going to trip you up because I never would have gotten them if I hadn't, because we don't follow this shit at all.
no, we don't. We prefer to get everything straight at the front end, and then we take care of it.
Or we just like, nobody gives a shit, just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, 95. D.
Yes.
I said B.
Again, this is part of that whole section. When a motion to strike out certain words is made, and it says all of the above are correct, right? It can only be applied to consecutive words. You said B?
I said B.
It
Because
is-
you have to do that.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
But A is correct as well. And C, a secondary amendment to insert other words can then separate the words.
See, this is where I disagree with this, and I'll tell you why. Because if you have an motion to strike out a specific set of words, but the words you have to strike out to keep it consistent are separated within whatever you're striking it from, then they're separated by definition.
But you're allowed to do it. It's in the... I mean, we can read
But that takes away the consecutive part of it, is what I'm saying.
The primary amendment has to be consecutive, but the secondary amendment can separate them.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but that's not saying that here. It's saying when the motion to strike out the words is made.
Right. A secondary amendment may separate
But is that
them.
motion is that the original main motion, or is that the primary amendment that they're asking in the question? You see what I'm saying?
The secondary...
They don't specify what that motion is, and that's the problem.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, but A and B is definitely correct. So then D is correct.
See, I disagree that A is correct because of the way the question is worded.
A motion to strike out certain words is made. It can only be applied to consecutive words. I mean, that's just a rule. I mean, we could look. You want to?
We've done that in bylaws all the time.
Oh, I told you we don't follow any of this.
Yeah.
We do not follow this. We don't.
I think it's a shitty question, but anyway, that's just my own opinion.
No, we don't follow it. But that rule is there. When I read it, I'm like, we don't follow it.
96, D, again, all the above.
I got that wrong.
I said A.
I said A.
Which of the following forms of secondary amendment is in order? We both said A.
Uh-huh.
The primary amendment is to strike out 5 and insert 7. The secondary amendment is to strike out 7 and insert 3.
So that is
So
correct.
they're jumping numbers, which makes sense.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
B. The primary amendment is to substitute for the entire main motion. The secondary amendment is to substitute for the entire primary amendment.
Can you do a substitute of a substitute?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you... JJ, help us, JJ, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't think you can do that.
Can you substitute for a substitute?
I don't think you can.
I thought a substitute is only a
At the
primary
very
amendment.
least, I've never seen it. Have you?
A substitute is a primary amendment.
Yeah.
A substitute's not a secondary amendment. So you can't substitute for a substitute. Am I wrong, JJ? Help
Yeah.
me.
Give 'em a
Are
sec.
you there?
Give them a second. Remember
I know.
they have a lag.
Let's skip to 97.
Hold on, let me finish the rest of this.
Okay.
C, the primary amendment is to substitute for the third paragraph. A secondary amendment is to add a sentence to the original third paragraph.
That one was weird for me because I think you can do that.
Well, it seems to me that if you're substituting on the primary, then the secondary is actually amending the original, which is
It
not-
is. You're allowed to amend the original.
But that's not a secondary.
Yes, it is. Because the substitute is still the primary amendment. It's
Isn't
weird.
that in parallel?
No, it is.
Then how can there be a secondary to the substitute? when
Okay,
it's in parallel?
okay. It is, but it isn't. So you have your original,
Yes.
then you have your substitute.
Right.
The substitute is considered an amendment to the original. It's considered a primary amendment to the original.
Right.
Then you can only have one additional level of amendment on each of them.
Right.
So
But this secondary is to add a sentence to the original third
Right,
paragraph
it's
in
the
the original, not in the substitute.
right, because you have the two.
So it's not germane to the substitute.
No, but it's germane to the original, and,
Right.
and they're running concurrently.
Right.
It only has to be germane to one of them.
So how is that a substitute?
No,
How is
it's
that a
not.
secondary?
It's a secondary to the original. Okay, we need to hold on.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
No, hold on. Main. Okay, so you have your main motion. You can't see this. You can see it. You have your main motion,
Yes.
and then somebody made a substitute.
Right.
But the substitute is actually considered the first level amendment. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is a first level amendment to this.
Right.
Each of them can have one other additional level amendment at the same time. So
I get only going one more deep on the substitute.
you can only go one more deep on the main too.
That's limiting on amending the main motion. Then.
No, because
That's
the
procedurally
substitute
screwed
is
up.
the first level of amendment to the main motion.
But you're perfecting the main and the substitute in parallel to each
You
other,
are.
which makes them separate.
But you can only go one level.
No,
I'm just telling you, that's the rules.
That's procedurally wrong. But anyway,
It's the rules. It is what it is. It's the
that's
rules.
procedurally wrong.
So I should have. What number were we on?
This was 96.
No, 97.
No, we had none.
Oh, 96?
96.
Okay. So actually, I probably should have figured out
They
it
say
was
D.
D.
It's all the above.
Yeah,
So I just don't view
I
as
should have, but I'm still waiting
I
for.
just don't view that as a secondary amendment.
It is though.
Because once you have this, yes, amend one here, but not amend.
It is though. We can look it up.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying it's saying it wrong.
Do you want to look it up?
No.
Okay, but I still want to know.
I'm saying they're doing it wrong. Damn it!
Can you substitute a substitute?
Here, JJ just weighed in.
1269 footnote 6 says the substitute of a substitute is okay. Yeah, but that's the new version.
Well, hang on. Let's see if we can.
We need it in 11th. We don't because this test is based on 11th
Give us a paragraph location, JJ.
or a section, and help us out.
Which of course raised the other question that kept popping up in here that was bugging me. These questions. Is a strike, if you make a motion to strike something out and then you amend that to strike something out, are you striking out the strikeout or are you
Yes.
striking out the original?
You're striking out the strikeout.
That's two wrongs. Don't make a right.
It
should be a
puts
restore.
it back in.
Yeah, it should
it's a
be-
restore.
Then why don't they call it that?
But it is what that's is what it is. But JJ,
Otherwise, you're saying
it
it's double strike.
we need it in the 11th, JJ. We need it in the 11th.
JJ, can you give us a like a paragraph title?
Well, it looks like it's around pages 153. Let's look for a footnote, because maybe there was a footnote then, too.
Yeah, there is actually.
Right here, 154, and there's a footnote. It is
11154 footnote. Yes,
it is
thank
possible to introduce a proposed substitute. Okay.
you. Which cannot be amended because it's a secondary.
Okay.
Which I can believe that part, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like split. That's kind of like splitting a pair of aces in blackjack and
Okay.
splitting it, and when you get the second ace,
Yeah.
and you split it again.
Okay, well, I then legitimately got that one wrong.
that was weird. Okay.
Okay,
90
that gave me brain cancer.
97. D.
Yes.
Another all the above. When I said C. This is why it goes back to the striking out stuff.
Yeah. Those kinds of ones I knew because we don't follow them. You have no experience with them. I knew it was going to fuck you up.
The main motion to remodel and improve the clubhouse by 1 painting, 2 recarpeting, Oxford, thank you, and 3 buying new furniture, unquote. And the man is offered to strike out, quote, 2 recarpeting, I forgot the Oxford, And 3, buying new furniture, unquote. A member may, A, move to strike out, quote, and buying new furniture, unquote, from the primary amendment.
Yep.
B, state that if the amendment to strike out is adopted, it will move to insert, quote, and 2, have the carpet and furniture professionally cleaned, unquote. C, which is what I said, wait until the amendment to strike out is lost and move to strike out the same clause and insert his new version, which to me makes the most sense.
But A and B are correct.
D, all the above. So
A and B are correct.
yeah, see, this is where I have trouble with them saying that you're striking out something from a strikeout, because that doesn't make any sense to me.
But
if you're
that's what
striking
they
out something
call
from a
it.
strikeout, you're restoring words. You're
Yeah.
not striking further out.
Yeah, you're striking out the strikeout.
This is not. That's wrong. You say restore the words.
But the Holy Writ
The Holy Writ says double strikeout. We don't
Says
have double
otherwise.
strike. The Holy Writ has a typo.
The
There's a
Holy
terminology
Writ.
problem. We're heretics in the temple.
on this, we might have a divergence
In
of opinion.
and this, they're not using correct terminology. Thank you. Good night.
But it is in there. And my ballot is still here. It's bugging me. I need to go
vote.
throw this in the ballot box.
You need to go vote no on 78.
No on 78.
Yes on 120.
Yes.
And I don't know what the rest of you have left local.
Castle Rock bullshit.
Yeah,
they were all
we
no's.
had one local in the Springs that I voted no on because they said we want to keep some of our excessive money for some specific road projects. But they didn't have the list of them in the actual issue.
I don't care. They
I
said
bye. Nope.
Okay.
Where are we? 98.
Yes.
C.
Did you get this one wrong too?
I said B.
Yeah, because this is the whole striking out the striking out.
Yes. They say leave the words in another main
Yeah,
motion.
that's what it does.
That one I said not out on the amendment because it made sense that it would, but yeah.
No, it's C.
Okay, 99. B. I said C. I said D.
It's another one of the things. It's B. Though.
Yeah.
I got that.
To retain Italy, yeah.
Who wants to retain Italy, though? Really? Come on.
I mean, again, this goes back to they're not using the right terminology. 100. D. That one I got right.
Whoa. I said A.
Okay. The main motion is to, quote, buy a mahogany desk, unquote. A primary amendment to strike out mahogany is immediately pending. So just be buy a desk. Which of the following is the proper secondary amendment? A. To add and insert maple, which didn't make any sense
Why?
whatsoever. They add the words, quote, and insert maple.
Oh.
To buy a desk and insert maple?
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, but okay. Well, you know what I meant. It should to insert. Okay, whatever.
They worded that poorly. They were
Okay.
trying to say and add maple.
Right, and wouldn't that be proper?
Or to insert maple.
And would that be proper?
Insert maple would be proper.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
probably
were,
where you were coming from.
that is where I was coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
B, to add and share. That's not germane.
Right.
C, to strike out mahogany. Isn't that we're doing that in the first place?
All that would be doing is you
Or
vote
the
against the original
right.
motion.
And
right.
D, what I said, there is no proper secondary amendment.
But see, this is why I don't think D is right either. There are proper secondary
I
amendments.
said D because the other ones didn't make any sense.
Okay. Yeah, but there
Honestly.
are proper secondary
Hang on,
amendments.
let's look at this one real fast.
Okay.
146, 30 to 32. Your clothes are still falling off.
I know they are. My clothes fall off when I'm around you.
What can I say? I'm that good. ask Lydia.
Is Lydia in chat?
I mentioned we were back on, so. Anyway, let's see. 30 to 32. It is important to note. Hold on 1 second. Frog in my throat.
Brr. That's what she said.
It wasn't a frog, but anyway.
No, you're supposed to go, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I thought it was a lizard. It is important to note, quote, that the motion to amend by striking...
You know these videos never get monetized. Ever. Oh.
No, we had it earlier today.
No,
remember?
they're voluntary, yes, but
Yeah.
ad revenue, no. We are definitely not advertiser friendly.
No, we're not. But that's okay. We like it that way in this case. Okay, it is important to note that, quote, the motion to amend by striking out certain words can be amended only by striking out words from the primary amendment.
So you can't add anything.
The effect of such a secondary amendment is that words
Is to add it back in.
struck out of the primary amendment will remain in the main motion regardless of whether the primary amendment is adopted or rejected.
But you can't add words, is what they're saying.
Yes.
So even though they worded that wrong, it has nothing to do with that.
So, to be fair, I guessed at this one.
Okay.
Because the other ones didn't make any sense to me.
Okay, I'm going to need to go through and I've just been working X and not writing the right answer, but when I go to study, I'm going to have
I'm
to.
marking the X's by the right answer.
And Nurse Assistant asked if she's old enough to be watching this.
Well, I don't know. Are you?
I don't know.
Are you?
Can you buy cigarettes? No, cigarettes you have to be 21, right? I don't smoke, so I don't know.
It would used to be 18.
What can you do when you're 18? Can you be drafted?
Yes, she can be drafted at 18, yes.
If you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to be watching this.
Yes. If you're old enough, yes. If you're drafted, yes. Or you can vote.
Actually, let me word it. To involuntarily be summoned to be sacrificed for your country.
Or in a jury pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the question is this. Well, if not to admit my age. Well, then, there you
Oh,
go.
well, then you're my age.
You're fine. You're fine. Let's put it this way. Are you old enough to not get us arrested?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, you're fine. without naming numbers. See, she's there. I told you my wife's listening.
Your wife's keeping an eye on you.
That's okay.
Wives should be keeping an eye, well, particularly on this one.
She's been doing it for 24 years. Okay, 101 Dalmatians. A. What?
What? What did you put?
C.
So did I.
When it is moved to amend. Wait a minute. Carve, I'm laughing too hard. When it is moved to amend by striking out an entire paragraph, the paragraph that would be struck out is. And now they say A. Yeah, she's good. Narcissistic, you're good. A. Amendable by any of the three forms relating to words. And I had no idea what the hell they were talking about there.
I know the three forms, but I don't see.
Yeah. B. Amendable by striking out words from the primary amendment. C. Amendable by substitution. That's what I said.
Me too.
D. Not amendable.
I don't understand.
You don't either.
I don't understand.
147, 27 to 32. Oh, I haven't read that page.
This is harder. This is a harder section.
Okay,
and I felt better about this one. And I'm doing worse.
Okay, here we go. B to strike out a paragraph.
Uh-huh.
If there is an essential difference between a motion to strike out a paragraph and the motion to strike out perfect words, or certain words, which lies in the rules and effect of a secondary amendment.
I didn't know this.
When it is moved to strike out an entire paragraph, the paragraph that would be struck out is open to an improvement by secondary amendment in any of the three forms relating to words, which are inserting or adding, striking out, or striking out and inserting.
Before the vote
is taken on the primary amendment. If the primary amendment to strike out is voted down, the paragraph then remains in the resolution with any changes that were made by secondary amendment.
Isn't that weird? We've never done this.
And there's more about the effects.
Yeah, but we've never done this.
We tend to try to perfect our motions before we bring them out.
Yeah, but we've never done this.
You're old enough to have a teen. Okay, that you're good. Because that means you did something that we allude to all the time.
Yeah,
you're
then fine. You've reproduced.
Yes.
like General Robert.
No, I don't think like General Robert.
Why, do you think it was asexual reproduction?
Do
you think he budded?
No, I think it was aliens.
Do you think really he might have just budded?
Could be. It might have been one of those close that only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades and not quite getting there. Swimming.
I need to start marking.
Besides, to be fair, if that is Narcissistic's real picture, then she's definitely good. Damn, you all both look like Beyonce? Beyonce and tie-dye? What the hell? I don't buy that theory.
Okay,
we both look like a black woman?
Well, hey, I'll take it because Beyonce's beautiful.
I'll take her money.
Queen Bee is beautiful.
Okay, we are at 102.
Yes.
A. What? I said D.
A? What did you say?
D.
Me too.
On a pending resolution.
Oh my God! At least we think alike.
That's scary sometimes.
There's no right on that?
No.
My God.
The next, not nearly as interesting. Well, I
Oh.
would disagree with that. We think you're interesting.
My God, we are really failing
Yeah,
this
the next
section.
errata is in question 254.
We are failing this section badly.
Okay.
But at least I know what to study now.
Yeah. 102. On a pending resolution, an amendment is made to strike out paragraph number 3. A secondary amendment is to strike out of paragraph number 3 the words, quote, except past presidents. Is
Oh, this
adopted.
relates to this is a waterfall. Okay.
The amendment to strike out paragraph number 3 is lost.
Yes.
Okay. What is the status of the words
It would
except
be A.
past presidents?
Is it A? Is right?
They say A, yes.
It is right. After what we just read, I get it now. It's A. It's
Okay, let me walk through this. I'm not sure I get it yet. Okay, pending resolution, amendment is made to strike out the paragraph. Fine. The second amendment to strike out from the paragraph except past presidents
right.
is adopted.
Right.
Separate from the strike out of the paragraph.
No, it's that weird rule we just read.
Yes. The amendment to strike paragraph 3 is lost, so that goes out of the way. And they say the status of the words past presidents are on the resolution because of that secondary amendment. What I said was the secondary amendment was scribbled out of order and therefore null and void.
But it's not because of that weird rule we
Right.
just read.
Yeah.
I learned something today.
Right. Because the way this thing is worded, the original, see, the way they word this, the secondary amendment to strike out of paragraph number 3, we were looking at it to say it applied to the
What you doing?
to the substitute. Or to
Oh,
the,
we
to
have
the
an
paragraph.
audience.
Your peanut gallery's here.
Yes. What you doing?
Well, I was going to grind some sausage today, but there's no way on earth that I'm going to have time to do that. So it'll be too late.
You're
Yeah.
going to grind some.
Freeze those 2 pork butts.
Okay.
You're going to grind some
Next
sausage.
weekend.
Yeah, with the whole subject we had today, that doesn't. You probably a meaning just got imported that you didn't want. So go ahead and grind some sausage.
That's what she said.
So what are we doing for dinner?
I don't know.
Yes, on our you did hear sausage. Okay. Jeremy Peterson comment. You look beautiful, absolutely beautiful in that outfit, and I love his tie-dye hat. Thank you. I want it. Lol, thanks for everything you do for liberty, by the way. Going to watch this on YouTube right now.
Yeah, thank
Jeremy,
you.
you can find this hat or something similar to it at a shop called tiedyeverything.com.
You guys want burgers?
They're out of Idaho. Arlene does fabulous work. Tell her Mike sent you.
We have burgers.
Okay.
Everything else we have is frozen. I won't be able to fix it that quickly. So
Okay.
burgers it is.
Okay.
Grind the thaw, man. So,
Okay.
there is a joke in there somewhere. Of course there is.
There always is.
To quote Tom Lehrer, when properly viewed, everything is lewd. I can tell you things about Peter Pan and the Wizard of Oz, the dirty old man.
But I learned something now. That's going to be a trick that I am going to bring up.
How are you going to bring it up?
That's
That's what she asked. That's what he asked.
But yeah, but not like I'm going to teach people this one.
Howdy, H. Reardon, whoever H is. Yes, hi.
Reardon is here all the time. That's Hank Reardon
Oh, okay, hi.
from the Atlas Shrugged. Come on,
Okay,
get
okay.
with it. Get randy and get jiggy with it.
Not a Randroid.
Oh, Atlas Shrugged was a great book, except for that long ass speech.
The only Rand I've ever read is her gravestone, only because it's in the same cemetery as my grandparents.
She has some good books.
That's my family's claim to fame. We're in the same cemetery as Lou Gehrig, the Dorsey brothers, and Ayn Rand. Test my metal.
Yeah.
No.
103. 103. His medal is great. 103.
Okay. 103.
Reardon Steel, baby.
A. Thank
peeking.
God, my losing streak is broken.
What is A?
Huh?
What's A?
103.
Wait, is A?
Yes.
How'd I fuck that up?
What'd you say?
Must not be separated by division of the question.
You said C?
Yeah, I don't know why I said C.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
may be separated. What, you can't divide the question? No, maybe not, because it could be.
I don't think so.
Well, let's look at this.
Yeah.
I'm-
I know the germane thing has to be right, because otherwise you're like, what the hell are you doing? But 149, 26 to 29.
Yeah, like I did not do well on this.
The one
section.
advantage about these, by going by sections, I can keep the book open to a certain area and be within
Yeah.
1 or 2 pages of where we're looking.
149, 26 through 29. The two parts of must not represent two independent questions.
I knew that, which was
Okay, must be germane. I didn't. Okay. And where, but it doesn't talk about it not being able to be divided.
I know why, and I've made this argument a bazillion times. Because if you divide it, you would have to divide it over, strike out one part and insert another. And then if you strike out one part and it passes, but the insert fails, you wind up with only half a motion. And
Because
you're
they're
screwed up.
related.
Right.
Okay, I fucked that one up. I'm not doing well in this section, but again, it's given me good
Yeah,
study.
I've actually made that argument in the bylaws committee before. So yeah.
It's given me good study points.
104, C.
What?
I got that one right too. What'd you say? I said D.
D.
The amendment to, this is the same area. The amendment to strike out and insert words. A, prohibits different words from being inserted in the same place. B, prohibits the same words from being struck from one place to be inserted in another. Actually, that's the primary purpose of striking and inserting, to move something around. C, which is the prohibits striking out words in one place and inserting different words in another place except by unanimous consent. That's the germane thing again. Or D, may be used as a form of amendment by substitution.
Okay, I'm just going to need to restudy that section.
Yeah. Strike and insert, I understand a little bit, I think. Okay.
I just know that we don't follow like these rules, so I don't have that much experience with them.
This is one of those ones that keeps showing up in bylaws committees. 105, B.
Yeah, that I got that. God,
Yeah.
Thank you.
106, also B. I said D.
I said C.
Which of the following applies when the amendment to strike out and insert words is pending?
Well, mine's a waterfall because I said maybe separated by division, and that's wrong.
Well, I said secondary element of each element is in order.
A secondary, no. You can't do those parallel. That's what that's saying.
Right.
So what was the real answer?
And that's where I screwed it up. Yeah.
It's D, right?
No, wait a minute. No, hang on. Which of the following applies when the amendment to strike out and insert words is pending? A,
Right.
refer to a substitute, and I didn't say that.
No.
They say B, secondary amendment of each element is in order.
Together at the same time.
C, the two parts may be separated by
No.
division of the question. No. Already covered that. D is what I said. The two parts may be amended by a single action.
B and D are the same. I don't get what they're saying. 150.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
150. I don't get this at all. I'm like, this is a section.
See, the thing of it seems to me that if the strike and insert may or may not be
divided, it has to be a single action, right? I'm with you.
Right. 150. 8-14.
Oh, check this out. For purposes, we're learning something. I need to study. I'm now learning that I need to, because we don't ever follow these rules.
No.
For purposes of secondary amendment, however, this type of motion is treated as if resolved into its two elements, with secondary amendment of each element, following the rules that would apply to the two separate motions for primary amendment. One to strike out, amendable only by striking out, and another to insert, amendable in any of the three forms related to words. We both just learned something.
We never follow that.
I've never seen that followed anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's always treated as one piece and adjusted
Yeah,
accordingly.
wow. Okay, I'm going to need to study this section
That's
again.
like totally crazy.
Yeah, but we learned
I
something.
understand what they're saying, it's just nobody ever does that.
I mean, I've completely failed this section, but nothing that I can't.
Well, I bombed it too already.
Yeah, nothing that I can't remediate. That
Yeah.
I can't study and get
Let's
right.
keep trucking. 107. C. I said D.
I said D too.
Okay, there's two questions here coming up about gray wool rugs. Okay.
I probably fucked them all up.
This is and I had to go back and read because from around wait a minute, did we just have this? But no, we didn't. The second one is different. Okay. No, Hank quotes Rand: "A creative man is motivated by the desire to achieve, not the desire to beat others."
What if you have both?
Then you're ruthless.
I have both. I'm so competitive.
I want to achieve by beating others.
No,
I want to beat them. I want to beat them down so badly. It's crazy.
JJ says this is probably the hardest.
That's what she said.
Ah, that is the hardest section, baby. I like it that way. No, but I got some remedial studying to do. But no, I'm so fucking competitive, and you know that. You see my competitive. So, like, I desire to achieve.
Well, we have a scoreboard usually.
Yeah, I desire to achieve, but I want to beat others.
Yes.
I'm so.
Well, that was part of the motivation behind your appeal. We wanted to not only dissect what they were complaining about, we wanted to destroy it.
Yeah, I'm just competitive. I'm pathologically competitive. Like, with even just like, and even like with taking this test, like, I probably messed stuff up because I wanted to get done before he did. Like, I'm competitive about everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I've never met, and I don't always do well in competition. Like, how was I in paintball, man? I was fucking ruthless, wasn't I?
You were ruthless.
Yeah.
There was one round where it was over before it started, and you didn't even know what the hell happened.
But I'm still like,
because they're busy working the way up, and as they said, go, I'm around the corner, and they're coming out, bam, 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 nice knowing you.
Yeah, but
the round was over in 5 seconds. She's like, what just happened?
yeah, but I got hit less than anybody, except for I did get hit in the ass, and no one else got hit. I mean, and I don't mean in the ass by
I got hit less than anybody until the last round.
But I don't
I
mean,
just wasn't paying attention.
and I don't mean hit in the ass because like I was just turning. I mean I was crawling through that tunnel and got it right. I mean I was lucky it wasn't in the asshole.
I was looking at you going,
like, can you imagine?
Going, yeah, you get a green M&M paintball. Yes, no, that's kinky. But I was looking at it.
Might have liked it.
Anal beads. But anyway, I was looking at him going, what the hell are you doing? Because I saw you crawl in there, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Because I was, I love.
That's when I gave you cover fire, because I figured, okay,
I loved
they may not spot you
paintball.
yet.
I got out so much aggression that day. Like, it was cathartic. And as I said, I'm not saying that I imagined you all were Richard Longstreth, but I'm also not.
Well, we were on the same team.
I meant them.
Yeah.
I'm also not saying that. Let's just put it that way. And Susan Hogarth.
See, for me, it was simple. It was let's just go out there and have fun. But that one round, you and Dan were coming out to try to creep up around the barriers.
Yeah.
I'm in the back in the corner, and I got a straight line down Broadway, and they're coming out the other side. It's like bam, 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 bam.
I loved it.
And all of a sudden, it's like round's over. Everybody's like, and you two were like, I hadn't even fired a shot. And you're like, what the heck happened?
Okay, listen. There's nothing better than consensual violence. That's all I can say.
Yes, there is.
No, well,
Consensual sex.
well, the two aren't always mutually exclusive, by the way. But the best part of paintball was with Ross behind that big balloon thing, where he didn't realize there was like a little crevice. So he's standing behind it, whatever, and I crawl, and I'm like right there. I'm like right behind him, and he doesn't see it. I'm like, bam! And he's like, damn!
Well, there was one point where I think it was Ross, but I'm not sure, where there was these double stack of these containers. And there was a little crack between the two where they were stacked. It was like a pallet or something. And he's going around one side, and I'm going around the other. It's like a scene of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I could see him, and I know where he's going.
I don't think, though, Lydia enjoyed it as
right.
much as us.
Lydia's not used to these things.
Well, Lydia is so sweet. She's not violent.
No.
You know? I'm a pacifist that's got a lot of violence in them.
That she was pissed at me because I kept sniping her back in the
Hey,
corner.
all's fair, man. We were on opposite teams. I was nailing like Wayne as much as I could. Well,
hold up, was that Prosecco?
No, that was it's champagne. It's cheap ass champagne. I'm drinking mimosas.
Chuck Labato says, "Happy Halloween."
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Chuck.
But there is I'm not gonna say nothing. There's very few things better than consensual violence.
Okay. We'll agree with that.
And I want to do paintball again because that was more fun than I had in a long time.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
But I will say something about it, though. After we had gotten done in there and we were driving home, close enough, yeah, okay. And some of the paintball pellets, all the paintball pellets were these little green things, okay. Well, some of the parts, the outer shells of the pellets were still stuck on our shoes and such, so they came off
in your car.
In the car. So our footwells look like we've been eating green M&Ms.
I don't know what was in the chemicals, but
it's the same shade as a green M&M.
It dissolved all of the acrylic off of my nails, it's like it was very bad for the nails. But okay,
in my case, I just got washed the shirt and that was fine. But
okay, let's.
Got to give it the Dawn treatment, but it worked out.
Okay, we failed this section utterly.
We're on 107.
Utterly.
Okay, they said C. Here's the question.
Yeah.
The pending motion that is, quote, that the club buy a gray wool rug, unquote.
If I'm ever in any assembly that has that fucking been like bullshit of a motion.
I'll object to consideration of the question.
Yeah, no, there will be violence, and it won't be consensual. Let's just put it that way.
Halloween Espanol is Halloween. I thought it was the Dia de los Dias de Muertos, the Day of the Dead.
Well,
Butchered by me, but yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think that's just Mexican, though. That's not all of the Spanish-speaking world.
True. Anyway, amendment to strike out gray wool and insert green nylon. It's getting worse.
Who the fuck would do that?
Someone who likes AstroTurf, I guess, is adopted. Which motion would now be in order? A, to strike out green and insert beige. B, to strike out green nylon.
Oh.
C, to refer to a committee, which they say is the right answer, and probably
I know why
to
it's
be
not
fair,
D.
this is so damn stupid of a motion they should throw it to a committee to die. Or D, all of the above.
I know why
which is what I said.
I know why it's not D.
Why is it not D?
Because you can't. They just adopted green nylon. You can't turn around and strike out green nylon. They just adopted it. The only way to not have that adopted was to vote against it. And if you lost, you lost. You'd have to reconsider.
See, I would argue that that's amending it to be a broader question.
Now,
To go from buy a gray wool to a green nylon to just a rug.
but they already just inserted green nylon. You can't turn around and move to. So D is out because B is out. Then we have to go between A and C. So why wouldn't it be A?
Strike out green, insert beige.
So an amendment to strike out green is adopted. What motion?
Well, they're saying all of the above is. Well, they're saying refer to. I don't understand why that wouldn't be incorrect.
Why would A be wrong?
Yeah, because all you're doing is changing the color. That's not
And it's a color that hasn't been rejected.
right.
An amendment to strike out
You're not
gray
changing
wool
the
and green
nylon,
nylon is adopted. So
Oh, Chuck. No, it is Xena. It is not. It is not Cher.
I can't. Wait. So the pending motion then is that the club buy a green nylon rug.
Right.
Why can't you strike out green and insert beige?
I don't get that.
D isn't right though. We're wrong because D is not right because B is definitely wrong. But I can't figure out why A is wrong.
151, 29, 32. Okay. After a motion, I'm going to read up a little bit. After a motion to strike out an insert has been adopted, what has been struck out and what has been inserted are subject to the same rules regarding further amendment as if the striking out and inserting had been done by separate motions. The inserted matter cannot be struck out, and the matter that has been struck out cannot be inserted again, except through a reconsideration of the vote on the amendment.
That was B. Okay.
Or through changes in the wording or the place in a way that presents a new question.
Which isn't
What they're saying is that changing from green to beige is not a new question. It's just a characteristic of the question.
I don't get it. It is a new question. It's an entirely different
Because
rug.
they're trying to strike out green and insert beige. Here's what they say. Here it goes back again. Okay, the inserted matter, which was green nylon, cannot be struck out, and the matter that has been struck out, which was gray wool, cannot be inserted again, except through a reconsideration of the vote on the amendment.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they got to reconsider the vote on the takeout.
So they're considering. Okay.
They got to reconsider the vote to take out the gray wool and put in the green nylon, or to go back and then change
to beige nylon.
green to beige. Yes,
Okay. See, I was considering green nylon as a unit,
I would agree with that.
rather than the color and nylon both being essential.
Yeah.
It was the color and nylon. Okay, I get it.
That's kinda
I
weird.
think
It's kind of weird.
I think that this is where Robert's Rules gets way too fucking picky.
Yeah. Because
It says Dia de los Muertos es Mexicano.
Yes, she does. We know that. Parliamentary deliberations fester around democratic institutions, smash the state and the Fed to let the party forget private property rights, leads to longer time preference and civilization.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. 108 is a related question. Next page. And I had to go back and put these two side by side and go, wait a second. Because
I thought I did better on this section, and I'm stinking up the place.
Okay, 108. This one is related, but it says the answer is B. No, wait a minute. Excuse me. D.
D. Okay.
Wait a minute. 10 minutes.
Is it D?
Yes, it is D. Okay, I'm making sure I wasn't reading the
Okay,
numbers
so I
wrong
got that
before.
one right.
Yeah, that's all of the above. Now here is this. I said B. Now here is this question.
Okay.
I think it's related.
More about fucking rugs.
Yes. The gray wool pending motion is that the club buy a gray wool rug. We've seen this before. An amendment to strike out gray wool and insert green nylon is defeated.
So it's still gray wool rug.
Correct. Which motion would now be in order? A, to strike out gray wool.
And just make it a rug.
Right. B, to strike gray and insert an oriental.
Okay.
So it'll be oriental rug. C,
to refer to a committee, which you can always do on this sort of
right.
thing.
And D, all the above.
D.
So I said, my thinking was because the amendment, the motion to strike out gray wool, even with the insertion failed, you can't make a motion to strike it out again. Because they're saying these pieces could be separable.
I know, that's
what threw me off.
But it was strike and insert that got defeated.
Right.
Not just...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, oh my God.
Goofy.
Ooh, this is a hard section.
Okay. Now,
But any assembly that is arguing about the fucking rugs
yeah.
deserves to, like...
Yeah, and besides, how many oriental rugs are wool?
Are none?
I have no idea.
I thought most rugs were wool that were handmade. They're wool or silk.
I have no freaking clue. Anyway. All right, the next...
Here's a question for you guys. Are Oriental rugs, what are they usually made of? I would think an Oriental rug, though, would be silk. But...
I don't know. I don't have one. I've never figured it out. Okay, this next one, I had no fucking idea. I literally marked it as a question mark on the page.
On 109?
Yeah, I
What's
had
the
no
answer?
idea. The answer they give is B.
That's correct.
Okay. I said A after I originally said D and then changed my mind. Here's the question. A substitute offered for a main motion of only one... This is where we start going into substitutes, by the way. A substitute offered for a main motion of only one sentence must. I said A also only consists of one sentence. They say B moved as a primary amendment. C be amended by only striking out words. Or D, which I said no, I said yes and changed my mind. Be amended only after the original main motion is perfected by amendment. I started to look at D initially because of the amending it while perfecting the main motion. I realized, no, that's not what we're talking about here because we normally tend to perfect the two in parallel. That's why I said no. Oil-based acrylic.
That's a paint,
Cheap
not a
yarn.
fabric.
Cheap yarn, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe a modern one, but I always assume like an authentic Oriental rug, which is handmade.
I have no idea. Anyway.
And I got to correct something. Because I was doing substitute wrong. I think technically you could do them in parallel, and they kind of exist in parallel.
Right.
But you're supposed to perfect the original first and then the substitute, and not do them at the same time.
That actually shows up
Later
on question number 115.
I let anybody amend whatever one they want, but I was technically wrong as chair.
Yeah, that shows up at question 115.
Okay,
We'll get there.
yeah, Reardon says, as I said, I didn't think of cotton, but obviously
Cotton,
it's all natural fibers because it goes back in time. Like there wasn't
yeah.
polyester and shit like that.
Polyester or rayon, yeah,
Right.
or nylon.
And we're getting to we're doing sections at a time. But as always, I have to do my grifting. Super chats are always indeed welcome, and that's why I'm showing my boobs. And we're gonna show Mike's boobs if you guys will pay to see them. Oh, hold on. We're far away, but
Chicka wow wow.
and
You gotta get a boo in there too.
I don't got no boobs. Got boobs, but no booze. Okay. All right. So you get what was going on.
Okay,
there?
here. Okay, I'm gonna ask a very dumb Halloween question. And Gene, if you're still tuning in, you're qualified to talk about this. Okay, and I'm gonna get myself in trouble here, but okay.
Oh God.
No. This is meant to be complimentary. Who has the better boobs, Karen Ann or Elvira?
Oh.
Do they exist in a parallel universe?
I'd like to.
What's they you talking about there, Hank?
That's an interesting. Now I read though a article with Elvira
She says okay.
that where she discussed her calculations.
Yes.
And it's actually a certain push-up that she's using.
Yes. She says that's not fair.
Because I believe she said that she was a large B, small c.
Okay.
I'm a DD.
Okay.
So if size matters, I win.
Size does matter most of the time.
So, but yeah, she has a very nice bustier that makes them look way bigger.
Yeah. Well, because of her normal dress cut, I'll put it that way. literally comes all the way down here. It's actually a push around, wrap around.
Yeah. Yeah, but she bought a bunch of them
Yeah,
because
the thing of it is, and this is just to be fair, okay. Gene has a shrine to Elvira in his house. Cassandra Peterson is a Colorado Springs native. That nobody, that only those of us who have a sense of decency, civilization, and taste claim. The rest of the town doesn't want to claim her, even though they should, because she's one of the biggest celebrities to come out of Colorado Springs, not named Nikolai Tesla or Lon Chaney.
Or who's that pastor that got in all that trouble?
He's still around.
Yeah, but what's his name? I keep forgetting it.
Oh, fuck.
The one who was caught with the prostitute.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She was known as a Crystal Methodist. Oh, shit. What the hell's his name? Help me out here. New Life Church pastor.
Yeah, who was that guy? Who got caught with the male prostitute?
Ted.
Yeah.
Ted Haggard. Thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that and there's also one other weird celebrity of Colorado Springs nobody knows about. Charles Schultz actually spent some time in Springs.
Libertarian Party was founded in Colorado Springs.
Absolutely. But yeah, because Schultz actually at one point, and this was discovered a couple years ago, it was a hell of a great story. Somebody was renovating a house in the north end of Colorado Springs, just north of the CC campus there. Some beautiful houses in that neck of the woods. And they had peeled away an outer layer of wallboard and wallpaper, and they found a whole wall where he had lived in his house for a while, where he had painted on the wall early renditions of the Peanuts characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was perfectly preserved. And it was like, they did a news story on, and I'm going, holy cow!
And what'd they sell that for?
They took the wall. They called the Schultz family, and they said, "Hey, you need to come see this." And they came over and they saw it, and they're like, wow, they were able to remove the whole wall intact. And now it is on display at the Peanuts Museum out in California where he lived.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
I came down to interrupt you for a moment, if I may.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather have bacon and eggs? 'Cause
Yes.
we love that.
I would.
Could you live with bacon and eggs, Mike?
I can always live with bacon and eggs.
Okay.
Yes.
Hash browns?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Much better
Bacon
than
and eggs.
hamburgers.
Bacon and eggs are always a good one.
Yes.
Just make sure the bacon's crispy.
Yes.
Bacon. That's not snooty. Ladies and gentlemen, bacon is by Hormel, not by Goodyear.
All right, let's. Then we're gonna have to get ready and.
Yes. Well, we're getting close. We only got about
Yeah.
14 questions left. Okay. So this one was all the above.
And Narcissistic wants some bacon too.
That's what she said. No, I said sausage. Sorry. Okay, we're back to the Green Nile and the Gray Wool. Defeated. Which
Where?
motions? 108.
I thought we got to 109. I checked 109.
Oh, that's right. We did do 108. I'm sorry.
So we're on 110.
Yeah, 109 was primary amendment. Why was it primary amendment?
Because all of the other ones are wrong. That's why. And because a substitute is a primary amendment.
Breakfast is late. Breakfast is any time, man.
Yes, yes. Don't you watch Parks and Rec? Like she says, breakfast food anytime. Waffles anytime.
Waffles, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits
Yeah.
and gravy, even pancakes. The other day, last week at the office, we had a roach coach out there that was doing lunch items.
Was it an actual roach coach?
Well, no, just a food truck.
Yeah, but some food trucks are great. Like
This-
the old
this
time.
one- This one was good. They actually did, and I forget exactly what it all was, but it was wrapped up in a crepe.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And it was really good.
The old time food trucks that used to go to construction sites, those were roach coaches.
Yes, yeah.
The new food trucks are like fancy pants.
And be fair, there's been a boom in them since COVID broke out.
Yeah. We went to that fish one off the hook and got the fried fish.
Every Saturday down the Fountain in the Big R parking lot, there's the whole bunch of them show up, and they usually have like a giant to pick your coach food fest.
Oh my god! All of a sudden I'm getting tired. Oh, okay, let's go. Let's go 110.
Okay, 110. 110 says D.
Yes.
And I said C. What the fuck?
Oh. You want to talk about it?
When a part of a paragraph to be amended consists of several complete sentences, which of the following is true? A. It may be amended only by striking out and inserting because it's not a complete paragraph. That doesn't make any sense to me. B. It may be amended only by substituting because it consists of several complete sentences. That doesn't make any sense to me either. I said C. Either striking out and inserting or substituting may be used as they have exactly the same effect as to permissible secondary amendments.
They don't have the same effect as
I
to.
know that now, but it didn't
Right.
then. Yeah, because we thought that
Yeah.
was mentioned in passing
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
D, either, which is the correct answer, is either striking out or inserting or substituting. Excuse me, either striking out and inserting or substituting. God, they word these terribly. May be used, but the effect of each is different as to permissible secondary amendment.
Yes.
That I know now is true because we mentioned it a few
Right.
minutes ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
111 is B.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that right. 112 is C.
Yes.
I said D.
That's the whole
And we
thing.
mentioned that a few minutes
Right,
ago.
yeah, we went through that.
Yeah, okay. 113 is D.
Yes.
Got that one right. Next page. 114 is C. Yes. 115 C. I
Yes.
said B. Now, okay. Now, remember I said this was going to show up later. Here it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
What is the correct procedure for in handling a substitute motion?
Yes.
A. Perfect the motion, perfect the substitute, vote on the substitution,
Right.
proceed to the next time of business. That is wrong because after you vote on the substitution, you also have to vote on the main motion.
Yes. Yes. It was tricky.
Yes, that one. See, this one came down to which word do you use
Yeah.
perfect them
Tricky.
on.
Tricky.
Okay, B, which I said, perfect the substitute, perfect the motion, vote on the substitution, vote on adoption of the remaining motion, go to the next time of business. C, which
You
is
perfect
correct
the original
answer,
first.
Perfect the motion, then the substitute and
Yes.
the rest. Okay, so
The
it was
original has a priority.
It was one or the other, and that's where,
Yes.
yeah. And D, perfect the substitute, perfect the motion, vote on the substitution, proceed next. Again, no main motion
Right, right.
adoption. Bye bye. So I can understand why it's C. I just had the wrong order.
Yeah.
So because we're supposed to do it in parallel anyway.
Yeah.
But I also understand why the main is right of way. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. That makes sense. 116 is B.
Yes.
I got that one. 117 is B.
Yes.
Got that one. 118 is C.
Yes.
Got that one. Next page. 119 is C.
Yes.
120 is D.
Yes.
I had A. Conforming amendments to a motion or resolution. A are a series of changes need. This is what I said. A, a series of changes.
Yes.
Need,
Which is correct.
yeah. B are proposed and adopted by a single motion to amend.
It's a single motion because they're all needed,
Okay. Yeah, I
and
see
that's
that
why it
now.
can't be divided.
And that may not be okay.
Yes.
I see that one.
Yeah.
Okay. 2121 is A. Now this one I started to say D, then I changed my mind.
It's A. Yeah.
Yeah. Strike because and if I had realized I would have gone back and fixed 120, but yeah. So
And 122 is
122, last question is D. I
Yes.
said C.
no, it's D. I got D.
The committee recommends that a motion to conduct a survey which was referred to it be amended by inserting online before survey and adding, quote, to be concluded by June 30th. The chair, A, puts a question on the amendment in gross, which I have no idea what the hell it even means. Does he throw up on it, I mean? Yes, some food trucks do serve cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the steak was. It might have been roadkill, but anyway. B, permits a member to ask for separate votes on each amendment.
Yes.
C, this is what I said, rules the amendments are conforming and may not be divided.
They're not conforming though. They're different topics.
Yeah, I see that now. And D, both A and B are correct. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is correct. Okay. Yeah, I understand how that worked out.
Okay, let's count how many we got wrong, and I'm going to be so embarrassed. I think I got like 20 of them wrong.
Okay, first
Maybe
of all,
more.
there were
60.
61 questions here.
So it's about the same as last time.
Yeah.
So
Which kind of how we picked that break point. Let's
One.
see.
I got like 20 wrong, I'm sure.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16.
I got 12 wrong.
20,
I only got 12 wrong, so I would have barely
21.
passed.
22, 23 wrong again. I'm consistent. I'll give it that. I had 23 wrong the last
I
time.
only got 12 wrong. I thought I got more than that. It was just a bunch in a row and then a bunch right. So I would have barely passed.
I'm consistently bad.
Okay. Well, we are going to eat dinner. I'm not sure if we're going to test anymore. We probably will. We might
I
not.
need one more section.
Yeah, and then we'll be back. I'm learning a lot with this, aren't you?
I think this is good. Yeah, I think a lot of this, though, I think we learned also that they're doing a lot of nitpicking in areas that they really
Yeah.
shouldn't nitpick.
So what do you think? Should I take the test? Should I do this one?
Let's see how one more section goes first.
I think, but I passed both of them.
Yeah,
Barely.
I didn't, but that's, you know.
Barely.
But you're the one that's more important, to be honest, on this.
Well, but you would pass it now too, though.
Maybe.
But the only reason I did is from the study for the other test. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, because there was a thing to study. And I would study all my wrong answers, and that should help.
Yeah. In
So-
my neck of the woods, Hank says there are food trucks that serve gyros, however you pronounce that.
How do you pronounce it? Gyros or
Oh, I never get it right.
gyros?
I always thought it was gyros, but I've also
I
heard
think, like-
gyros or heroes or gyros. I don't know.
I think like the Americanese way to say it is
Hank,
gyros.
can you give us a phonetic on that one?
Yeah, we'll double check. It's in the intro.
No, not unless Wayne is cooking it in the back of his truck.
Yeah, no, it's in the
Or
intro.
back of mine.
But I think like the Greek way is eros. I don't know.
I don't know.
JJ, I did check when we were upstairs. The intro says 80%. But now with this and going back and restudying the ones I got wrong, I think I'm pretty confident I would do much better.
I'm consistently at the 60% range.
But if you went back and restudied those, I think
probably
both of
could.
us would do fairly well. I just want you to be in misery with me.
Euros. Okay, that's how you
Euros.
pronounce it. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I thought so. And then I was second guessing myself.
I can never get that one right because it's all Greek to me.
Okay, everyone. We are going to head up. And I'm probably going to change into street clothes because I'm getting uncomfortable. So enjoy the
She's
girls
going to go upstairs and slip into something more comfortable.
for the last the last few minutes you can here. Yeah, because everything's just getting a little bit uncomfortable. And I want to eat, and this is very form-fitting, and it will not allow me to stuff myself with bacon.
Or anything else. Or anything else.
Or
in the
anything
face.
else. Ding-ding-ding. Okay, guys. We are, we might do some more. Wait, JJ says meh. He's such a negger. He is such a negger.
Negative Nelly.
You know you love me, JJ. I know that. I know that you just... Girls with pink hair are just your thing. I know. All right. We're going to go, and we might be back for going over our last 60. So, yeah. We've been consistent, at least. I need to bring this ballot
Consistent,
upstairs.
decent for you and consistently bad for me. Yeah.
I wouldn't say decent. I've been consistently barely passing. But I think if we study both of them, I want you to take it with me. I so do. Wouldn't it be fantastic, though, if we both got the RP? That would be weird.
That would be a, how could I say it? That would just shove
Certain people... no,
shove certain people over the edge of insanity.
let me put it to you the way I usually put it. It will irritate all the right people.
For all the right reasons.
For all the right reasons. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
I can imagine. Yeah, see ya.